I got a key in front of my car. Is it frustrating about the DMV? Is it frustrating for you as it is for me? 4 years ago, that was something I heard a lot in the election cycle. What are you gonna do about the lines at the DMV? And we were ripping through COVID, but it sticks in my head particularly when I see a 15-year-old that's going to get their permit and they say they went to Mankato or they went to McLeod or they went to wherever else. And I just want you to know I hear you and we've been working on it. And some of those things you don't always hear or see what we're working on, but a couple things to think about. First of all, about 60% of the people that come to our DMVs are from outside of our county. Hennepin County, by way of Eden Prairie, chose to stop doing DMV services. So a lot of people filter into Carver by way of the Chanhassen DMV. Some people choose not to go to Scott County in Shakopee because you got to park and you got to go in, there's no drive-through, and so they come to us. So first of all, 60% of our traffic is coming from outside of our county, and we're not allowed to prioritize county employees over non-county employees. And so when you come into the DMV in Chaska, there's one side that's county run and then there's another side that's state run. The driver's license test is actually administered through the state. And actually the DMV isn't even a statutorily required service that we offer. And so the state has to administer that, and we've been doing that as well. So the question that keeps popping up is, do we have the capacity to serve our current county today? And do we have the capacity to do so in the future? And we don't know the answer to that because we haven't gotten the data. About a year and a half ago, I requested the information to find out where we rank, how many transactions we're doing on a regular basis, to find out. I think we're the best, but it's hard to tell because we don't have the data. And the response that we got back from the state was we need $4,500 to provide that information. And we knew that the COVID information wasn't great because they stopped doing driver's licenses at the time. And so we said, all right, we're gonna pause on that and we're gonna revisit it. So earlier this year, we made that request. We're still waiting for that information to come back, but it'll help us to see, are we serving our folks? Do we have our standards right? What does the future look like? It helps us to get to a place of capacity. But I'll tell you, in the last 3 years, some of the things that we have done, we've expanded access to the DMV in Chaska and Chanhassen from 4 to 4:30, another 30 minutes of service, 5 days a week. We now have a text waiting list. And so if you come in and you're in queue, you can go shop in the local area or do whatever it is you need to do, stop at the library. You'll get a text that says when your time is right. It saves you a lot of time, and if things get backed up or get pulled ahead, there's a lot more flexibility. For the first time, I think, in the history of Carver County, we accept credit cards. I don't know how many times have you been there and they're like, well, where's your checkbook? I don't have a checkbook. When was the last time you wrote a check? And so now there's the option available for you if you wanted to pay by credit card, and it speeds up a number of those transactions for minimal cost. Great service to have. And then I asked the team, and they've said every single quarter that our trend for time that it takes to turn somebody over is getting better and better. And a lot of that's to use technology from a scheduling perspective. A lot of it's the staff that's responding and doing so great. We even implemented a tiered system, so if somebody gets hired in, we can bump them up and pay multiple times and retain it and be there. One of the dirty little secrets is we train our folks so well and they do such a good job that people like to poach them once they're trained. And so when you're trying to train somebody in, it takes a person off of a regular bay and then you have to be with somebody else. And so we've slowed the turnover down, we've increased the level of service. We're not done yet, but rest assured we're looking into that data and we're trying to find a better solution for DMVs locally. It can be super frustrating. It's a state function that we deliver as a service, and quite frankly, we need to do better, and we are doing better. And so call out to the folks that run our DMVs, and hopefully, you know, next time you're ready to get your 15-year-old on the road, we'll have more slots available for you. So thanks for tuning in. This is Chat with Matt, Mondays with Matt through the election cycle. Thank you.